Hey everyone, it's Decayedmatter back again, and this is my June 2013 Classic Game Room Collection Update video. I'll just try to run through all the spines of these games so you can see them all. Here's start on this shelf. Sure it's all focused in. Alright. Genesis games. And this one up here is Dungeons and Dragons collection, the Capcom collection, which is coming to Xbox Live Arcade. Got some NES games in the box. On my Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Player. Some more stacked on top. Yeah, I do have a second copy of Advanced Guardian Heroes for multiplayer. Some Platinum playing cards from Club Nintendo. Game & Watch Ball from Club Nintendo. Game Boy Pocket, which I got at Goodwill. My third Game Boy Advance SP I found at Goodwill. And my old fat DS with the DS Rumble Pack inside, which is kind of interesting. And on this shelf is a bunch of collector's editions, statues, slimes, bobbleheads, facehugger, more collector's editions. All my different art pieces. Tales of Symphonia. This is the MGS3 pamphlet. Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Metal Gear Rising art stuff. This one I got recently, Watch Dogs, for pre-ordering the game. It's a laser art cell. And just some more collector's editions. And I'll go down here and run through my strategy guides. You can see all those. This one's the Final Fantasy XII Collector's Edition. This is the MGS4 Collector's Edition guide. Some more guides up here. BioShock Infinite Limited Edition guide. Bunch of art books up here, which you can see all the spines for. And some more strategy guides. This is the Fear and Mist strategy guides there. All these different art books. Red Faction, Guerrilla, Handbook. That is Eternal Poison art book, Art of Devil May Cry 4, and a couple that don't have spines here. It's the Fear 2 art book, Bionic Commando comic book, and Batman Arkham City comic book. Okay, so that's that. And just got a couple more right here. Got two of these Condemned to multiplayer guides. Lunar, Silver Star Harmony, Persona 4, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Here's my hacked PSP 1000, and just some Harvest Moon plushies. Then here's my signed Video Games Live little postcard thing, Tommy Tallarico and Jack Wall. I've got this thing filled with game memorabilia, like pre-order bonuses and stuff. All my books, including the Calvin and Hobbes, Star Trek stuff, Star Wars, typical geeky stuff in my survival handbook because I love survivalism. Alright, so that's this shelf here. Right there is a huge Metal Gear Solid 4 poster from GameStop, and there's also a Old Snake poster. And this here is the Watch Dogs poster that I just got recently. It's still wrapped up. And then here, right here is my, if I can keep that from falling, my Sega Game Gear. Like 3 games in there. And then here's the main shelf itself. As usual. Got the Metal Gear Shrine up top. You got the Metal Gear 1, the European copy for MSX. Premium package, the Japanese premium package for MGS1. And that is Peace Walker for PSP's collector's edition. Figures, different figures, including Snake, of course. And of course the awesome Metal Gear Zippo lighter. Which I do not know if that's an officially made one or whatever, but it's pretty cool. And then got the document of MGS2, and behind that is the HD Collection Limited Edition. That's the one with the art book. And the MGS4, one of my favorite packages. The cool slash through it. Alright, now here's my Sega shelf. Let's go through that. Starting with the Sega CD right here. Let's go through. And then Sega Saturn. There we go. And then some of the import Sega Saturn. The smaller jewel cases. This right here doesn't have an English spine. This is Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story 3. But the rest of these imports have a spine that have English on them. Yeah, that's kind of hard to focus. There we go. Christmas Nights, Deep Fear, Magic Knight Rayearth, the Japanese version. And here's another import, Radiant Silver Gun. With my rest of these are US jewel case games like Knights, Virtua Fighter Remix, Virtua Cop. Here's some of my Dreamcast now. Okay, so that's everything Sega up there. Alright, next shelf is the PS1 mostly. A couple 3DO games here. So we'll start right here. Get it focused in, hopefully. There we go. PS1 has got to be the system I have the most games on, I think. All the Final Fantasies. Okay, then we got games stacked on top here. I guess we'll start over here. Got a 2 long box, PS1 games, Alien Trilogy and Warhawk. And a couple 3DO Syndicate, Out of This World, and Flashback. Which I can't wait for the Flashback HD remake. Should be cool. And here's the PS1 games I got stacked. on top. Kind of a glare there. There you go, that's that shelf. Next up is my PS2 shelf. Go through that. Almost as many PS2 games in my collection as PS1. Two great systems. This is actually Okami, which I put the different artwork on it that you could order from Capcom for the Wii version. That's that. There's a couple games up here stacked on top. I've got even more games in my closet that are like duplicate ports or games that have better versions, such as like the vanilla Devil May Cry 3. So this next shelf here is a lot of PS2, 3DO, and GameCube. So go through this. Go a little slower here. Kind of want to get more GameCube games here. I know, 3DO long boxes that are stacked on top here. Okay, then the next shelf down is mostly Xbox One and a couple 3DO on top. So let's start down here. Gotten quite a few new Xbox One games lately. Here's a couple I have stacked on top. A second copy of Chaos Theories for the co-op system link. Here's a couple 3DO. Okay, so that's that for that shelf. And I showed I got this new N64 storage container. And then I got all my boxed Jaguar, N64, and SNES games. I'll show the all the SNES and N64 I have in here. 1080, Banjo-Kazooie, Body Harvest, Doom 64. Duke Nukem 64, Duke Nukem 0 Hour, pretty fun third-person shooter, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, classic, Quake, and Quake 2, and Star Fox 64. Okay, over here, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Super Mario 64, Turok 2, and the gold Ocarina of Time. This is the one that didn't have the censoring. And then we got all my loose SNES games. Earthbound, unfortunately it's not complete. Mortal Kombat 1. Star Fox 1. Mario RPG. And Super Metroid. And then I got a couple handheld games. Game Boy Color Dragon Warrior 3. Tolero Boxer for Virtual Boy. Red Alarm for Virtual Boy. And Mario Tennis for Virtual Boy. Okay. Next up, my box games, starting with SNES. It's really nice classics here. Here's my Time Walk version of Star Fox 2. And then my N64. And then Jaguar. What's that? And I've got kind of a pile going on here with some PC games. Diablo Battle Chess, Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, Jedi Knight, Dark Force 2, Rainbow Six Rogue Sphere, and a 3DO game, John Madden Football, which I believe I got free with my 3DO system. And we got Doom 3, you can see Far Cry 1, and then Myst 5, the final Myst game. And back there we got Aliens vs. Predator 2 Gold Edition, and that's Need for Speed Pro Street, which I got for free. And then StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Once I beat that, I'll have to get the next one, Heart of the Swarm. And then Knights of the Old Republic for PC. And this is just my Metal Gear Saga DVD. Came with a pre-order of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, I believe. And then Metal Gear Saga. Oh no, wait, this is the this is one part 2. Yeah, that came with MGS4. This is the first one that came with MGS3 Subsistence. Yeah. And I got the very first Hitman, Codename 47, and Project IGI, I'm going in. And then my Lord of the Rings DVD box set. Ooh, stuff's collapsing here. And just some random games I don't really need on the shelf, like Grandia 2 I have on Dreamcast, better version. Myst 3 for PS2, which I have better version on Xbox. And here's some Blu-rays. Advent Children, Final Fantasy VII Complete. The Street Fighter 4 movie, which came with the special edition of 4. I got stuff falling over. And then Crank on Blu-ray, good movie. Rebo Genetic Opera, really cool. And that's it for my Blu-rays right there. And then a couple more Blu-rays. Resident Evil Degeneration, House of the Flying Daggers, 300. It's obligatory. Here's a Nine Inch Nails, The Gift. That's the Blu-ray of the Lights in the Sky tour, which is really cool. There's a couple random soundtracks and promo items. Order of Ecclesia, Resident Evil 4. This was for Resident Evil 4 pre-orders, but it's like music from the Resident Evil movies, which suck. And here's a Resident Evil 0 preview disc. It's got some cool videos on it. And then my two Chrono Trigger. These were DS soundtrack samplers. One of these is sealed, the other one's not. It only has 2 tracks on it, but kind of a cool little thing with the artwork. And then here's a Disgaea soundtrack. And then what is this? Oh, that's just my Windows XP boot disc. Here's Off-World Interceptor for 3DO, disc only. And Wing Commander for Sega CD. And these Silent Hill and Samurai Showdown for 3DO. This is just my extra copy of Silent Hill. And here's some jewel case 3DO games. Guardian War, that's a pretty cool RPG. This is my jewel case copy of Flashback. I had to make its own spine for the horrible version of Doom for 3DO. Myst for PC. This is all like PC, old school PC games. Here's my Diablo disc. Carmageddon 2. So that's not focusing on it. And then this is Duke Nukem 3D levels, fan-made levels, I believe. Duke 3D, Shadow Warrior, and 1 Unit Whole Blood. Great build engine games. Quake 1 and 2, Unreal Gold, which has the expansion. Earthworm Jim, which is similar to Sega CD version. Rogue Spear and Rogue Spear Mission Pack. StarCraft and Brood War. Alien vs. Predator Gold, Episode 1. And these are my Jedi Knight and Mysteries of the Sith discs for easy access. And Uru, Ages Beyond Myst, the spin-off. So yeah, that's it for the gaming shelf here. Give you a good wide view of the whole thing. So yeah, this is where I access all my games. Alright, next up, of course, the recliner, which is very comfortable for gaming in. And the CRT TV, which I kind of want to replace at some point because the speakers are kind of going out at it. There's always a bunch of CRT TVs at Goodwill for like $2. I'm just waiting to find the right one, 27-inch, and hopefully one with S-Video and component on it would be nice. Right now I've got these speakers to kind of replace it. These are really nice Bose speakers, got nice bass on them. And Virtual Boy sitting up there, and in the Virtual Boy, really fun pinball game, Galactic Pinball. Really fun. And then here's my switch boxes back there, which are daisy chained. This one has 5 spots, but one of them is to switch over to this switch box, which has 4, but only 3. Or actually, no, I can use all 4 on that one. I got them labeled. And these are all, every single one of these are S-Video. So, and here's my 3DO FC10 and my JVC XI, which is a little dusty, with X-Men 2. Here's one of my 6-button pads for Genesis. And here's my Xbox One, or Xbox Original as you're supposed to call it now, controller S. And then right there you can see it's a Duke controller, big motherfucker, and the DVD sensor. Okay, and then this shelf, got my Dreamcast. This is a launch model, so it plays the CDR backups. There's my slim PS2. I also have a gray PS1 that's used for only certain games that don't work on PS2. Here's my Model 2 Sega Saturn. I got an extra one in the closet in case this one craps out. You can see on the label it's a Japanese Magic Knight Ray Earth memory card label. Here's the Model 2 controller, which is like the Japanese controller. And here's the Jaguar with Zool 2 in there, card only, and the controller. No Jaguar CD, and I probably will never get one. Here's my N64 with expansion pack, and got Zelda Majora's Mask in there. Fortunately, I only have the cart for that. Here's my clear purple controller. This is kind of a nice Rumble pack too. It's unofficial Intech brand, but the nice thing about this is it's got a little switch on here, which I don't know if it's gonna focus, but yeah, oh, there we go. It switches between memory card and rumble, and this does not take batteries. It runs off the controller power, so that's really nice. And then my GameCube with Game Boy player underneath, and controller with extension cable. So that's that. Oh, and then my 4-in-1 action replay for Saturn imports, and big pile of PS1, PS2 memory cards. Alright, then over here got the NES and SNES, and there's of course Dragon Warrior 1, classic, and my lid for some reason is going yellow, and this one's kind of going yellow on the bottom part, which is pretty common. And there's 2 controllers for the NES. Alright, here's a big pile of AC adapters. So yeah, I can open this up. Got a big pile of shit under here. Here's my big box of Virtual Cop 1 with the light gun, Time Crisis 2, and 2 Justifiers, Konami Justifiers for PS1. And then my Saturn 3D controller in the box. And we got tons of shit in here. This is a pretty cool Xbox One controller. I think this is the GameStop brand one. What's cool about this is it has the black and white buttons on the top as triggers, which is very nice for some PS2 ports on the Xbox. And then here's my Flight Stick Pro, which I did some videos on. And NES Zapper, GameCube extension cable, controllers. Here's my black Sega Saturn Stunner from Japan. My blue Konami Justifier for Sega CD, good with the game Snatcher. And then here's my old gray GunCon one. And then there's just more controllers back there, usually all my second player controllers for various systems. Here's my Mad Catz kind of unofficial / official Dreamcast light gun. The VMU inside. And then here's my Model 1 Saturn controller, which looks really weird and has these weird clicky triggers. And here's kind of a weird AC-ware SNES controller with turbo function. So that's pretty neat. Okay. And now everything's falling out. Used to have that organized, but whatever. So that's it, folks. That is my gaming setup and retro collection. Here's a bunch of my posters on the walls. And then that's where my Metal Gear Rising plasma lamp sits. If I can turn it on. Yeah. So yeah, got some figures. Different things. Prey. Mario. Lots of good stuff. Some more posters. And then of course my old Windows XP for classic PC games. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Peace.